Hey y'all, welcome back to Tulsa. I'm going to keep this intro very short and sweet. As the title shows, today I'm going to be taking you guys with me to the Tulsa Black Rodeo, which took place last night, February 8th, 2025. I had no idea that this event was happening. Luckily, this information was DM'd to me about a week before the rodeo happened. And when I tell you I was so excited, like I literally saw the DM and ran up and down, like all through the house, screaming. And I was so excited for a Black rodeo. So my understanding is that the Tulsa Black Rodeo is sort of like a corporate event. This is like a national event and they go from city to city, and Tulsa is one of the cities where the rodeo happens. Okay. As I've learned from others, from Tulsans and people that I've spoken to, the summertime seems to be really when the local rodeos like the Okmulgee Rodeo. Every time I say that, I feel weird. Like I'm not saying it right. The Okmulgee Rodeo. I think Boley has a rodeo. Some of them will actually be mentioned in the video. You'll hear them talking about the upcoming rodeos. So I definitely plan and hope to attend as many of those as possible. And of course, I will bring you guys along with me to see and enjoy that as well. So this morning, I actually was talking to my mom and she was like, hey, how did the rodeo go and everything like that? And she's like, you're really into that stuff. Like you really like it. And I'm like, I really do. I'm not sure why. And we got into this conversation and she explained to me that my grandfather, she said, he always told us that he used to ride like mules and horses and stuff. And she said, I don't know. Now, I'm not going to say it was anything like a rodeo, right? And of course, my grandfather was born in the 1920s. So at that point in time, it may not have been legal. Legally, maybe Black people couldn't even participate in rodeos and things like that. But she didn't know that like in his everyday life, he was a rider and things like that. And he may have done some sport or like competitive riding when he lived in the South. And of course, like many people possibly watching this, right? Your ancestors maybe were part of the Great Migration too. And so my grandparents moved north and lived in different cities and things like that. And that whole lifestyle kind of was put behind them, unfortunately, right? And so, my mom says we never grew up with horses. She never was really around them. And of course, I definitely wasn't in the subsequent generations. Come to find out, when I moved to Texas and I was just so enamored with the cowboy culture, turns out I'm afraid of horses. I had multiple people who will offer, which it still cracks me up to this day, right? That people will say like, oh, you never rode a horse? Like my auntie has horses at her house. Like, come on now, we can go ride horses. And I would just be like drinking a drink at the moment, right? Like, just go to your auntie's house and ride horses. Like your auntie has horses at her house. Like it would just blow my mind. Other people sort of have been exposed to that and riding, and just the stories that they would tell me just fascinated me. And I just love it. I just love to see it. So yeah, I did ask my mom about, if there's any pictures or any more information, or that's kind of all just died out in my family. So I guess I'm just living vicariously through the rodeo and this obsession that I have with not obsession, but just deep appreciation that I have for the whole cowboy culture, especially the Black cowboy culture, and especially more that has fully, so much come to light the role of Black, or whatever label you want to use, people have had in American history. Period. Right? So a great start for me to Black History Month was going there and having this experience. So just a couple of things or takeaways that I had from this rodeo. First of all, one of the things that I loved so much was seeing everyone come out, just seeing the people of Tulsa, the beautiful people of Tulsa. If anyone ever told you that Tulsans are not good looking, stay tuned to this video. Like if you don't care about the rodeo itself, just take a look, do some people watching. I love to see, let me just tell you, this was not just the rodeo, right? This was also a fashion show. Everyone came out suited and booted, literally, right? With their best, their boots, their hat, and their just best Western attire. And I love to see it. It was great. Even, from the kids all the way to the great grandparents, we're all dressed up. So yeah, keep an eye out, take a look at some of the beautiful people of Tulsa as they pass by. And there were people who came in from out of town as well. So everyone may not be Oklahoman for sure. I also loved the announcers, just the level of positivity. Let's say that someone, and I don't know all the exact terms, right? But let's say someone just failed at their They fell off the horse. They knocked down the barrier, like whatever. They were supposed to run around it, but they knocked it down. Like it was just all positivity and all love and encouragement. Like, let's give this person a hand regardless. The announcers were kind of cracking jokes and things like that and just keeping it very upbeat. And it's again that feeling that I always talk about having in Oklahoma, having in Tulsa specifically, right? Is that just the way that people carry themselves was just a very positive, sweet, cool, friendly environment. There were no arguments, there were no fights, there was no anything that could happen, you know, in a public setting where there's a lot of people, right? Where things that can go wrong will. Absolutely none of that happened. And I love to see that. But at the same time, it was not an event where there was like a lot of security and policing and intimidation that was causing people to behave that way. No, they were just naturally there to have a good time and be respectful and things like that. And that is exactly what happened. It was a beautiful experience. Like, I just love that so much. Now, as I started putting together this video, I wanted to label chapters and sort of give a shout out or acknowledge the names of the people who made it to the video. But it started to get really difficult because I couldn't always make out the name of the person. I started looking people up, and sometimes you can find them. It's like, oh, okay, this person is involved with rodeo, so it makes sense that this is the person whose name I could slap on that section of the video. But then there were others that I just wasn't quite sure. So I'm not going to do that. Of course, this does not include the entire rodeo. If I had done that, this video would be hours long. But hopefully, if there is someone who you're looking out for, maybe even yourself, if you didn't get the clip some other way, hopefully you see yourself or the person that you're looking for. Another thing that stood out to me that I really loved and appreciated so much was that even though this was called, you know, the Black Rodeo, the Tulsa Black Rodeo, everyone in Tulsa came out and represented. Every ethnicity came out and supported because it was a rodeo. It wasn't all about like exclusion or, yeah. And everyone was treated like family. The vibes were high. You know, everyone cheered the Cowboys and the Cowgirls on. And oh my gosh, and there were kids too. There was one little boy who was, I believe, 5 years old. I was even watching back the video. I started to get choked up a little bit because he was just so tiny and cute. And it was just so adorable to me to see him riding the horse like that. And then, you know, even based on that conversation that I had with my mom today, who knows, like maybe that was, you know, my grandfather close to 100 years ago now. You know, he would have been around that age riding or learning to ride and maybe racing horses and doing things like that. Like I said, I don't know how much there was like, he was doing like competitive riding and sport riding and stuff like that, but it is a possibility, even though it wasn't like a rodeo thing and I wouldn't be able to find his name recorded anywhere doing it, I don't think. But still all cool and great to just to be there and to experience that. Once again, Tulsa, in its very subtle and very chill way, it just made me feel right at home and great about being here. Let's get into it. Let's go. Let's go to the rodeo. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Peace. Hopefully sometime this year, I might see you at a rodeo. I did meet a subscriber as well, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for coming up to me and saying hello. And the young man did let me know. I was fumbling with my camera, but he let me know he's been watching since I moved to Tulsa. So I appreciated and love that so much that he came up and approached me. All right, y'all, for real this time. I love y'all. Peace.
Shots. Hey, how you doing? What's up? 80? That shit makes me so sick, nostalgic these goods. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, it is. Like that's a whole okay, we got some overall. Oh, look, they have hats here. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I wanted some pants like that, but I can find those in California. Like not in this time. with the fringes. I wonder if they made it or if they came like that.
I love this.
Right. Okay, Divine Nine. Oh, that's nice. Because they ain't singing for them all the time. Nothing.
Wrap him up and get up.
Well, as we said right there, the calf has to stay tied for 3 seconds.
Cat in our afternoon performance. So if you remember that calf, that was a big calf.
Yeah, he was solid on full feed. But I tell you what, if there's a cowboy that can get it done in the dirt on a larger calf, there it goes.
Range cross riders, 2 away. Check 1. Here's a cowboy come to us from Arkansas.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, the louder you scream, the higher the horse is up, the better the rider rides. We need your help. We need your energy right here at the Red Cross. Well, the cowboy will go away with a no score. He failed to beat the Tulsa. Help him out.
Well, we got a qualified ride right here. Radio fans is on the ground. What do you say? The ball hockey. All right, 36 right here. Is that a 7? One of our Mr. Cowboys right here. Come on, Mike.
Oh yeah, he's got one going. Come on, come on.
Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A.
All right, there you go right there. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Macon. Let's get it on your mind.
Says me I want to fit. Successful street, touching them first meals.
Oh yeah.
Running on my life.
Come on.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Making rice.
Yes, sir.
Slice.
Right up, right up.
All my life, I've been running on my life. All my life, running on my life.
Well, big time right there. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, look good. Where the single women at? Well, it's a bunch of them, man.
Well, where the single women looking for a cowboy? Shoot, we might be playing love maker out here tonight.
Yeah. Well, they looking good.
Well, I tell you.
You know, one thing about Black History Month, there's always some history, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is. We got history like Uncle Deer. One of our official sponsors right here. Come on. Well, that cowboy right there didn't quite make the buzzer.
Well, I tell you what, that old paint horse looked like he loved his job.
Yeah.
Right, like they
Well, I tell you what, Friday, that paint horse right there might have been a solid 80-point ride if somebody stuck on me.
Well, he pulled the cowboy plumb out his chaps.
This is one of the top African-American cowboys you will ever see, Cooper right here in Tulsa.
Right. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Yes, sir.
Well, Tulsa, he turns into
Here's a Black History moment. This cowboy's daddy, James Cooper. Cooper was one of the first black rodeo producers in the United States. Wow. He produces rodeos all over the country. And tonight we're going to honor Mr. James Hooper as our African American producer of the month.
Once again, we'd like to thank the USDA for helping us out right here in the still wrestling competition.
All right, here we go. Dad Hooper's the cowboy. Ladies still decorator. We are 2 away. For 7, 4 miles in rodeo. African American cowboys. Come to us from the African American town of Boynton, Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, this cowboy finished number 3 in the International Professional Rodeo Association. Cowboy traveling to the PRCA Rodeo. Ladies and gentlemen, here is one of the top African American cowboys. Is the time to be. Let's go.
What I said, these pretty women on fast horses, Tulsa. When they get ready to head around that third bell, the louder you scream, the faster they go. We need your help tonight.
I'm from Taylor Smith.
Yeah, come on, Tulsa. Come on, Tulsa. Help her out, looking good. Come around the second bell. Come on, come on.
Oh, we got one right here. Let's go. Oh, that girl right here. You follow.
You follow.
Yes, sir.
Big good lake down there and you follow.
Yeah, here's a little cowgirl right here. You definitely get her done. African American Burr Races in the house. Buckin is the official sponsor. Alright, cowgirl coming down the runway. Here we go, denim golf. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a good turn on the first barrel. Oh, yes, yes, yes. On the second barrel, Tulsa. What do you say? It's denim golf.
Well, she comes away with a time of 17 points.
Of 3 Van Cowgirl. Young cowgirl right here wearing a lot of hats. Come to us from the Wilbur family. Once again, Buckin is the official sponsor. Black Rodeo USA. Alright, here she comes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
Hustle, hustle. Come on, Tulsa, come on, Tulsa. Come on. Help her out right here on that final turn. Tulsa, come do it.
Good run, right?
The over 50, make some noise!
Well, good run.
19.850 for the Tulsa Cowgirl.
Let Jada Blank watch this cowgirl right here.
Well, look at the coming arena in that mighty fine red western wear right there. If you're in the market, go to Moon Barn. Come on, Jada.
Oh, another good run right there. Come on, Jada, get out of here.
Well, she turns in a time of 18.541. 18.541. Finish strong. Well, she'll go away with the time of 19.734.
Something like that DJ Trippin' Reloaded. When I try, what's good?
All right, guys, over there, help us pull that girl in.
right. See? Look at here. Do it like that. Yeah, see? See?
Well, we all got something to learn, don't we, Mark?
Oh, yeah. I'm learning right now. All right, come on.
Yeah, watch that baby run. Oh, well, that's all right. Come on, baby, we got your back. Tulsa, we got her back. Help her bring her home. Come on, Tulsa. Come on, she's gonna need your help right here. Come on, Jimbo. Help her out right there, Tulsa. Jimbo, whoa. She almost gonna plumb out the cell. She turns in a time of 18.874. 18.874 for the Bristol Cowgirl.
Well, we're going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Slater's Plains is the Cowgirl here.
Yes, ma'am. Come on, girl, you got it. Yeah, boy. Let's see, gonna straighten it up right here. Tulsa, she's getting ready to turn and burn. Come on, Tulsa.
MJ Johnson.
Well, here's a young cowboy representing for the Cowboys. He can't be no more than about 5 years old. He said he was up all night waiting to put on a show in the dirt.
Yeah, he said it was waiting since yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Come on, MJ.
MJ's riding the pony at about 30 years old. Come on, MJ. Tulsa, 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 let's do it. Can we bring it home? Tulsa. Representing for the fellas, he turned to the time of 21.843. 21.843 for the Cowboys.
We're right about that. Zoe Wilbur.
Well, she comes out in that royal purple right there, looking good. Come on, Zoe.
All right. Cowgirl Kee, 5 in the field. What do you say, radio fan?
Work. Western Pants right there. Come on, Tulsa. Sit on that Montana with a big flavor and a big one. Come on, help us out right here. Look at the memories we made on a 17.729.
I know who's hurt there, a couple hurt there. Jury don't want me to make it better. Yeah, I know that you work, only work. Prosecutors wanna help me. Hoping they don't do me dirty, 40, I got it. Shoot on, go, shoot perfect.
Alright, man, they told me to come interview you real quick. Alright? Here's what I want to know. Tell the people.
I'm from Quincy, Florida. I don't know if a lot of people follow me on social media, but I'm the #1 Southern Soul DJ in the country. And I do trail riding stuff all around, man. This is my first rodeo, and I'm loving
You
it.
ever been to a trail ride?
Well, tell them how they can follow you.
You can find me on Facebook, DJ Trucker MC, Instagram, DJ_Trucker, YouTube, DJ Trucker MC. That's me right there. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Do you follow me on YouTube? It's nice to meet you. Hi there.
Tank Adams will be the cowboy right here. He's on the back of Heath Bar. Wait, Tulsa, how y'all been having a good time tonight? We sure been having a good time with y'all.
Look at the romance right there in the cowboy hat. Look at it. Go! Go ahead, man.
Well, if y'all enjoyed that Pony Express, make some noise one more time.